Another one of the frequently asked questions that we get is, how do I know if I need to get help? And my answer to this is, if you are asking that question, it's probably a sign that you could benefit from some help. I don't think that it's anybody's right to be able to tell somebody else what they should or should not do in terms of their mental health. But I can point out to you that if you are feeling right now that there may be a value add in getting some help, then it means quite sincerely that you could probably benefit from it. Now, what type of help it is that you pursue, you're going to get very different results on, so you need to make sure that you choose that elegantly and carefully. But the other answer I would give in response to this question is, if you have noticed that there have been emotional or psychological challenges that are emerging, that are keeping you from living the life that you want, and they are consisting in a patterned way, then I think that means that you're going to need to evaluate whether or not you should get some help, okay? Because, for instance, if you lost a family member, okay, or are in a temporary experience of grief, and you've been feeling that way for a month or two, that may not necessarily mean that you need help. But if you've been grieving over somebody for 6 months, that's probably a sign that you should, right? That is a prolonged pattern of emotion that is getting in the way of you being able to live the life that you want. Okay, another example would be, if you flare up and get angry once, right, in a situation, probably doesn't mean that you have a real problem. But if you have a consistent pattern of constantly getting angry or anxious or depressed or sad or whatever the case is, and it is something that seems to come out again and again and again, then that is something that you want to make sure that you get addressed, because otherwise that pattern is going to drive you into the ground and is going to make sure that you do not have full control over what you're experiencing on a daily basis. So those would be the two answers to the question. A, if you're asking the question in the first place, probably means you could benefit from it. And then two, if there's a pattern of prolonged emotional or psychological challenges, it means that's something that is not just an isolated situational case, and that is something that needs to get addressed. Okay? So please leave your comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Would love to hear what you have to say. And let's talk again soon. Take care.